Ladies and gents, welcome back to another game preview. As I said last time, it might be a common trend here in the channel.
Yeah.
I might bring this back each week, the big game, and another big game which involves your boys. So I thought, get you back on here.
That's why I'm here, man.
I tell you what, talk about big games. Probably the biggest in terms of rivalry in the Premier League, I'd say.
I'm glad you say that, because I feel like that's an argument, and I feel like Arsenal and Tottenham fans are very they're with that, and they will fight that statement, you know, and I think it is, bro. I think it's the best derby in the league, bro. I think it produces quality games every year compared to other derbies. Like you guaranteed goals in this, you guaranteed scraps, you guaranteed maybe a red card at one of the two fixtures. It's a proper derby, man. We hate each other, man.
The fans actually hate each other.
Hate them, bro. They can't stand them.
There's something about this.
My missus' dad is Arsenal. I hate him.
Don't talk to him.
Joking, Michael. Joking.
But yeah, there's a lot of feel in this, and especially with the subcontext of Arsenal top of the league now. Chance for you boys to go and knock them off, similar to 2 years ago where you guys were top of the pop when you went to there, and they took that personal, and there was a great 2-2 draw there. Early Ange days, that was a mental game. I remember watching that one.
That first 10 games.
The league was won in August. It was a great
night. And then that Chelsea game hit, man.
And then it just went. Let's hope we get something different here. We get you went actually come with your stat first. Let's go share over that stat because that is a mental stat.
So I was just telling Preston. I said Tottenham, since it's been the Premier League, 33 years? I think it is. I've only won at the Emirates once in the Premier League. Crazy. Only once.
Crazy,
a 3-2 win in 2010 under Harry Redknapp. We've won in the EFL Cup in 2018, in December, I think it was. Dele Alli when he dinked Petr Cech in the Cup. But yeah, only once in the Premier League, man. I think it's an outrageous stat. And like we were saying, even myself as a Spurs fan, I knew our record at the Emirates was bad. But I didn't know how it was that bad until I read that stat.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
It's a place always hard to go, but it feels like Spurs always hold their own, right, going there.
Yeah, so we can always grab a point every year and then.
Nick a few wins in there, but one win is in
33 years, bro.
It's a long time to
it is, man. It is. I don't really remember it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was 8.
Yeah, but that'd be
yeah.
So it's due.
It's due, man, and I can't wait for that, man. I think it's the perfect time to do it, especially with them being top as well. And I think if they lose and City win, I think it takes it to 1 point.
1 point, I think, the top,
which I think would be like, oh, man, I'd love that, especially with City's run going forward as well, and their injuries.
But massive again, nonetheless. We'll go through one or two key players, how the team should shape up or how they should build up, and then obviously our score predictions to end it off. Actually, taking it back to last game preview, I went 2-1, you lot. What did you go?
I think I went 3-1.
So none of us got it in the end.
So none of us. Oh, you nearly got it.
I nearly nailed it. I'd rather delete score than
you know what? Though, like I said to you, man, I was talking to someone the other day about it. Fair result, man. I was hurt, but I wasn't that hurt because I felt like we low-key did rob it if we would have won.
And at the same time, we played some really rubbish football at 1-0. So
it was one of them. I think the first half was yours, the second half was ours. Yeah. But games like that, it's like, and the way it went, I was like, yeah, I'll take a point. Just the way it happened was a bit shitty, but I'll take the point now.
It's why it felt like one of those ones. You should have just shake your hands and move on.
Yeah, literally, man. 100%.
Absolutely. So today, unfortunately, I'm representing Arsenal on the couch. It's hurt me. The heart weighs heavy.
Judas.
It feels that way. Honestly, it feels that way. And obviously, you're repping your boys. Arsenal, the home team. So I'll mention the first for me. Keeper has to be Saliba. We're just mentioning off air. Sorting FPL was out, but he is now the heart of the back line with Gabriel out. I think Mascara might come in for this one. I have a feeling he's sort of a better match considering if you guys get going some of the trickier players that you guys have got up there. So I think they'll go Mascara at the back alongside Saliba, but he is now the lead of the back line.
Yeah, of course.
And question marks around who's playing left back as well. So it's going to be Saliba has to hold it down. And Arsenal all season, clean sheet FC. You know, they are built off clean sheets. So for me, Saliba has to be at his tip-top best. And to be honest, if we're going to be harsh, have we seen that for the last sort of 5-6 months? I don't really think we have.
I was just about to say, I feel like Gabriel is probably pains me to say, he's probably the best defender in the league, I think. Yeah. But Saliba, I feel like he's nowhere near Gabriel's level. I think Gabriel is quality, I feel like. But Saliba, he's known to making that mistake or, being up against a bigger striker who can take him on and, beat him.
Yeah.
I feel a lot more confident.
I was saying, I just feel like he's prone to the odd judgment error.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and all that take, and against a Spurs side that has those sort of like small, smart players up top, any sort of stepping up the wrong time or missing a duel, that could be the opportunity. I think this game, my prediction obviously coming up later on, but it's going to be a fine margins. I feel like two teams that are very good defensively, who can take the chances, and if it comes from a mistake, so big focus on Saliba being that lead and being rock solid at the back for me. That's my first key player. For Spurs,
I've gone with Mo Kudus because I think he's going to be back. I think, especially not knowing who's going to play left back for them as well, and especially because I'm pretty sure Gabriel is their left sided centre back, right?
Yep.
And I feel like it's a very, if I'm Kudus and the way that Kudus is, I'll attack that side. I'll go at them, and the way, he hasn't played for a while, so, his fitness levels, I feel like, because he was looking a bit tired the last few games he was playing, but I feel like he'll be ready at his best now. And the best Kudus against your fullback, like, it's a long day, man.
Yeah.
Strong player, physically on the ball, strong, and he's quick, and, he can always drop the shoulder, beat the man. And I think especially with even Calafiori, beats him for pace. I know Calafiori's been great this season, but I'm backing Kudus to beat him in a 1v1 every time. I think he's been so confident this season, and I feel like this is the game where he's going to look at it and be like, he wants to take it by the scruff of the neck. You know what I mean? And, make his statement this game. In a way, like, it's first NLD. I'm going to show him, even though we already know, he's going to show him what he's about. I think Kudus, I think it's a very important game, but I just think he's got to take his physicality into it, use his physicality a lot, and, test them Arsenal defenders and see what they can do.
I'm big on that, testing the Arsenal defender. I think everyone gives them too much respect. And they deserve it.
Yeah,
but some teams, like Sunderland, just go at them.
Yeah, especially with their key man out as well. Like, that communication between the back four season has been so solid and reliable, and just having that one person out, the best one, I'd say, it's going to make a difference, man. And I think he's got to attack that side 100%.
A Leeds-esque performance, maybe, where he just takes the game by the scruff of the neck.
100%, man.
Yeah, no, I like that. I'm going to be similar with Bukayo Saka on the right, especially because I think I am over-critical in Arsenal's attack, but it still, for me, leaves a lot to just... I'm never satisfied with Arsenal's front line, especially versus Sunderland. Like, they do score 2 goals, and, like, if you want to win a title, you end up scoring 3, and you find a way to put them to the sword when you had them there. I think Bukayo Saka probably had the armband because, Ødegaard out and Gabriel, not being the leader at the back, and Rice is the leader in midfield, but he said takes that mantle as the leader of, I guess, that midfield and attacking region. Hasn't had a few good games this season, but injury problems. Loves the North London derby.
Yeah, always backs.
Always important for that. It's time for you to stand up, and again, I'll harp on it again. It's going to be a game of fine margins. It's going to be a game of who can create that half chance and convert that half chance. And Bukayo Saka going against potentially Jed Spence, tough assignment.
Yeah. The penitentiary.
Could he join? Could he join a lot of other wings?
He's already been in there. I think he's already had him once last season.
As I'm saying, it's a lot of pressure on these guys' shoulders to carry the load offensively. Eze's has his moments, but hasn't quite been the Eze of Crystal Palace, and that's understandable. Different levels, but a game like this, NLD, like you said, it's going to be a magical moment.
Big game for him, I think, Eze as well, especially after what happened in the summer.
Yes, in particular. So, look, Eze is another key player to talk about, but I think for me, Bukayo Saka has that, it's Arsenal through and through.
Big game player.
Big game player. Always performs in a North London derby. This is a massive one. You're top of the league. Tottenham are coming for you. Solid away from home, Tottenham, because of the record this season.
League, I think that's all.
Best top of the league.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an easy game. He's going to find a way to break down the Tottenham backline. So I think Bukayo Saka is a massive importance in this game for Arsenal.
No, I agree.
And your second?
Go with the number 9. I'm going to go with Richarlison.
Can you do it?
And I wouldn't really have him to start, but now I'm thinking about it, I'm saying yes. Because I think Arsenal's defence hasn't been tested to an immense pressure this season, I think. I feel like the only time it really has was probably with Haaland. And I think he's got to play Richarlison, especially, again, with Gabriel being out. I think he's got to show his physical side. So the only thing is with Tell, on form, I think Tell's obviously got to start. But in a game like this, you need your striker who's most likely to be able to hold up the ball and stuff like that. And I think Richie's probably better than that with Tell, you know. He's better chance of beating one of them boys and holding up the ball, you know, dragging them up forward across the pitch, allowing a Xavi Simons or Wilson Odobert to make those runs in the gaps, you know. And I think he'll really be important. Obviously, I don't ever bet on Richarlison's score, you know, like, but his game's going to be different Sunday. I feel like it's going to be about holding up the play, trying to bully them, defend them, centre-halves as much as he can.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think that's what will be really important, because I think if he can do that, then it opens up a lot of channels for Xavi, Kudus, Wilson, you know. So I think it will be very important, and I think he will have a massive part to play, but off the ball most of the time.
Well, you don't have to be the clinical number 9 in a big game like a derby. You need to put the hard yards in, throw your body around.
Yeah, man, he needs to be a nuisance. He wants to annoy those defenders, you know what I mean? Like, we know what Saliba can be like, and if he can, you know, give him a kick in the shin, wind him up a bit, you know what I mean? Like, you never know. I feel like he's the type of centre-half that would lose his head a bit if it wasn't going his way, and especially in a big game like this. And I feel like Rich is one of them shithouse where, like, he can do that.
He can do that.
You know what I mean? Just hope he don't score and take his top off, because then that means Arsenal scoring.
Has to score the 80th minute plus, though. It's a certain situation for him to do that.
So Richie.
I like it, though. No, it's good. And I guess it builds onto my sort of insight or key to the game in general. The first goal's massive, I feel like, in this game here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe first goal wins type of game here. And little quarter given, best away record in the Premier League, one of the best in terms of how Thomas Frank's very pragmatic away from home. You obviously mentioned about Palhinha, hold and sit and protect that back four. You know, a pretty solid back four, home and away, no matter where, but in particular away from home. If you're Arsenal in particular, scoring first is massive. Saw Sunderland get on the front foot early, put them under the pump. They turned around, but obviously they get the draw in the end. But I think it's so important for Arsenal with the way they set up defensively versus how defensive you guys can be. First goal is massive. Arsenal score first. They had the license then to sit in.
100%.
Tottenham nick a goal early through a Xavi Simons or through a Wilson Odobert or a deflection, an ugly sort of goal. Arsenal have to come out. They have to press up the pitch.
And they like to be in control.
Yeah.
They don't really move fast like they like to be in control.
He over-manages games, I feel like, at times.
100%.
If you have to go and chase the game, Spurs are alive. Odobert's in behind. Kudus is taking on defenders. Saliba stepping up, and there's space for Richarlison to operate into. It plays into Spurs' hands. 100%. So that first 60 minutes, whoever scores first, or if no one scores, the longer the game goes 0-0, it plays into your hands, especially with Arsenal being the team that have to be on the front foot at home, top of the Premier League, better defensive record than you guys. Both teams love defending. Both teams love protecting a lead. So first goal for me is massive, in particular for Arsenal, and their mentality. You saw a few signs at Sunderland, a bit rocky.
Get the ball out.
Yeah. Open up the bottle here, it comes.
That ain't us normal. Get the ball out.
But yeah, massive for me, first goal. Huge in this game.
100% now. I think it's just about, for us, it's a numerous amount of things. I think the main one sounds obvious, but don't give away silly, cheap free kicks that leads to set pieces. We want to try and avoid them as much as we can, because we know everybody knows how dangerous they are. 9 times out of 10, if they're scoring, it's from a corner, it's from a free kick, and then I'm going to go back to what I mentioned just about how they like to control the game. They don't really, so I feel like this is where we've got to kind of put the pressure on a bit, but not too much, but don't let them have too much control. I was thinking about when you played against them at the start of the season. I feel like you guys, took the game to them a bit. And I think that's the only time this season, I think in his first game, but I've seen, is it Zubimendi? I think he looked a bit cracked, But then I think that's why I think the physicality of, Mo Kudus, Richarlison, and, those type of players, they've got to make sure they're winning them 50-50s. They're trying to bully them as much as they can, be on the front foot. Because I feel like Arsenal don't really get that a lot. They like to be in control. And I think the less we can make that happen for them, the easier it will be for us. We I know we like to sit back and let teams come to us away from home, but I feel like this game we've kind of not go at them, but pick the right times. You know what I mean? Because I think that's just key in this game. I'd definitely look at possibly changing up the formation for this game. Maybe the PSG game. We haven't seen it since that game, but I feel like this game could probably be perfect. In a point where we even don't play Richarlison, and we play kind of Kudus as a false 9 because of his physicality.
Yeah.
And have kind of like Xavi and Odegaard both as like a 10.
Yeah, occupying. You know,
and I feel like these are the things that I feel like Frank should take into consideration, which I think could hurt Arsenal.
Yeah. Similar sort of lineup to how we went opening day as well. 2 to 10s just occupying behind. Because it was Cunha, it was Mbeumo in that game that really got at the Arsenal. And he can run past and bypass that Arsenal midfield, especially Zubimendi.
Of course, that was his only game where I think he looked like he was shitting himself.
100%. This speed, especially Odegaard, he's had a lot of moments this season.
He looked good, man.
He picks the ball up
against you guys. Like, he's quality, man. There's a player in there, you know.
So it's a big one because if you can bypass Rice and Zubimendi, advantage Tottenham for me. That's been such a big factor for them. And again, I look at Sunderland, the way they've gone about their whole season, but in particular their Arsenal game, where they had moments they had to just sit in and absorb, and that's but they found their balance of when they wanted to go. Boy, they went. There was numbers up the pitch. They committed up the pitch, and late on that obviously makes sense. But even throughout the game, there's a balance there of committing numbers forward, getting at Arsenal. I think that's the biggest thing. It might look a bit silly if it doesn't come off, but you still need to get at Arsenal.
Of course, man.
You can't over-respect them.
Because if you over-respect them, then that's when the game just gets easy for them. And I think, if we give it to them a bit, that's when they like to be calm, make passes when they want to make the passes. But if you put that bit of pressure on, that's when they start getting a bit uneasy, making these silly passes, etc. And I feel like that's where we really need to go at them. And I feel like we have the players to do that. With Kudus fit, like I would really think about playing that formation.
Yeah.
3 at the back and, having Kudus as that false 9 because his physicality, I feel like those, even the defensive midfielders would struggle. The centre-halves will, but he's one of them players where like anyone who wants City will have him. Zubimendi, Saliba, be all over the gaff.
It's a big little match up there if that does eventuate. If he comes a little bit more centrally, he's one of the best with his back to goal.
That's what I mean, bro. And I feel like it allows the runs from Xavi, from Odegaard to go through. So I think it's just really how Thomas wants to play. You know what I mean? Like I think in a way it's obvious, but then again, I feel like we say that all the time about Arsenal, and they always somehow pull something out.
Yeah, there'll be a corner, there'll be a free kick.
But that's like I said, though. It's just not giving away cheap. Corners are going to happen, but cheap free kicks.
Yeah, pull the shirt.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, 100%.
I'm going to go straight away. I don't want to keep repeating my same line. My prediction is going to be 1-0. It's going to be in favour of Arsenal.
Yeah,
but it's because something like that. Because I just generally reckon it's going to be one ugly goal. It'll be an ugly game. Unfortunately for the neutrals, it's going to be an ugly game. Just because of the way both teams are structured up, because of a few of the injuries, I just think it's destined for a 1-0. Either way, but I just say Arsenal at home. Now that you said about the record as well, and just because of a set piece, I have a feeling something from the left-hand side there, Rice floating one into the back stick, chaos in the box.
Yeah.
And you just see Spurs not being able to deal with it.
Vicario struggles. Obviously, as you saw in the United game, he struggled, especially corners as well. Like he really does struggle to be that big keeper.
Yeah, lofted ones in there.
Presence.
Yeah.
The one thing I did notice though when we played them in pre-season, I know it's only pre-season, but we dealt with that very well.
Yeah.
We had Mickey van der Ven in front of him most of the time, and he helped him a lot pre-season. Then again, but I saw signs.
Yes, yeah.
So kind of hoping we can take that into
replicate that into it.
Yeah.
Do you believe in Spurs?
I'm optimistic, so I'm going to say yeah.
Yep.
I think we will. Yeah, I want us to, and I think we will. I always believe that this is the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a tie between two scorelines.
It's a tough one to predict.
Because it's like, if Gyökeres was playing, I'd be like, I feel like they can't score. But then I feel like Mourinho always finds a way to score.
So dangerous.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go 2-0 Spurs.
2-0 Spurs.
Oh, I think
early goal, late goal.
Exactly that. I think just we'll get that early goal. We'll get the first one, and we'll be brilliant at sitting back. And Arsenal don't like rushing play. They like to control the game.
Yeah.
In their hands. And I feel like if we get that early goal, it's gonna kind of the crowd's gonna be behind them, kind of push them on. I feel like that's where they don't play to their strengths in a way. So I think if we can defend well, hold on, and then I'm reckoning, a late goal. They've got everyone up. Bring on Brennan Johnson, last minute, back post, goal. But yeah, I'm going to say 2-0 Spurs. That's me being obviously an optimistic Spurs fan. But, it's been 1 year, 33 years. I feel like if we can do it, I do believe in this team to do it. So
it's time.
I believe in Thomas the Frank engine.
Thomas the Frank engine. Away from home, best in the Premier League, defensively
That's
solid.
what I mean, man. Like, and it's a derby, man, and I feel like the boys are going to be up for it, man. Yeah. Not that Arsenal won't be, but I feel like we really will be. And I just feel like that first goal is massive, and I really do believe that we can bag that first goal. I really believe it.
How many?
Like you said, first goal wins, and that's what I really think this game will be.
How many times I said this? Probably 6 times, but first goal wins.
It will be, and it will be like 70% Arsenal possession for the whole rest of that game.
Yeah.
But I don't care. At the end of the day, I want 3 points.
You remember the 3 points. You remember the moment. So I honestly reckon either team wins it. It'll be ugly. It'll be tough watch at times, but the result is massive. Because like I said, it sways the other way. City win, Arsenal lose. Liverpool win, Arsenal. It just sways back.
It's pressure on them as well then. And you know what these are like when they have a bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, Arsenal's
I mean, that's normally the second half of the season, but this result could make it come a bit earlier.
Back-to-back poor results.
Yeah.
Against, I know Spurs is a rivalry game, but the history now in favour of them.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
They would come in this game expecting to win.
Yeah, of course. Of course, definitely, 100%. Especially they're going to want to win, especially after dropping points to Sunderland. But, I've got a little sneaky feeling.
Suspicion.
Yeah, I have.
Big game to come for Palhinha, big game for Zubimendi as well. It's a little matchup in there as well to keep an eye on for.
Yeah.
The two sort of work horses in midfield.
Smelling a red card as well.
Oh, it reeks of
I just hope it ain't us.
It reeks of a red card.
It reeks of João Palhinha red card, but I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's a Saliba head loss. Or a,
like a Lewis Skelly double yellow or something like that. One of them ones there.
Eze.
I cannot see Eze losing his head. He's the calmest man on the pitch.
Yeah.
But there you go. So you went 2-0. I've gone 1-0 Arsenal. For once we actually opposite the first time. It was all favourite Spurs the first time I did this.
I got back the boys.
You're backing me. I like it. Big game. Sunday night football.
That's the one.
Massive derby. As I said,
biggest, the best.
Yeah. We've had Liverpool City last week. Now into this one this week. It's been a few big ins in a row here. So
100.
I tell you what, you guys get a win as well, just quietly back in.
Boosts the confidence massive, especially after only picking up 1 point against you lot and Chelsea. I feel like it's big confidence boost, especially with the midweek game we've got following against PSG. So I feel like it'll be a big confidence boost.
The end of that ugly sort of run you went through as well, coming out of that ugly run, and also go into that ugly run now. So
exactly. So it's this fixture I feel like will definitely determine see how the team goes for the next few weeks, or maybe the Christmas period, really.
I love that time of the year, the Christmas period.
Because everyone drops points, man. Yeah. You get that heavy rotation and
games Wednesdays, games Mondays, games Sunday. It's great. It's a great
points
time.
Are getting dropped.
Yeah, we're into that period of time. But there we go. That's our prediction. That's our preview of this game. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What's your score prediction? Who are some of your key players this game here? Are you backing the Gunners? Are you backing Spurs? NLD, though. Always means something a little bit more, I think. But there you go. That's it all wrapped up. Thank you for joining once again, man.
Anytime, brother.
Another great match preview here. And if you want us to preview any other games going forward, just let us know in the comment section down below. And we'll do those ones coming up. Like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy the football on the weekend. We're back now for good.
That's
back
it.
till
March.
Jesus.
We're back.
Spurs. We're back. European football is back. We're not leaving it anytime soon. So enjoy that. Until next time, guys, we'll see you for a podcast or prediction or reaction video very, very soon. Till next time, see you later.